What's up, everyone? This is the Raw Truth coming at you with another video. And this video was taken from the Tuesday paper of May 10th, 2016. Now, I know that was a few days ago, but you have to understand that because of my work schedule and things I have to do, you know, sometimes my video's late. But and sometimes I may have to deal with other videos and then get to this. And you also remember my series my 6-part series I did on the boule, how I exposed that the top black people in powerful seats are controlled by the white elite. It's called the Brotherhood, the Boule. They call it the Black Secret Society. Why? Because it was, like I said, you're going to have to view my 6-part series and let me know how y'all feel about the Boule. But because they fashioned themselves after the Skull and Bones, which is the white elite, who are Satanists, they are the ones who puts up our governors, our mayors. They're the ones who also select your presidents. While you think that you are electing them, no, they're selected. So whoever wins, they're going to carry out the same agenda. And that's what they did with Barack Obama. No, a lot of black folks were happy when Barack Obama got elected for his first term. They thought everything was going to fucking change, and they were very, very happy until, they realized that Barack Obama just put some Vaseline on their asshole and fucked the shit out of them. And ain't do shit, because the first thing that he did when he first got into being a president was he bailed out the fucking banks. He took care of the people who actually put him in the office, not you. So they gave the black community a black face just to pacify us. Just to pacify us like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, black president, everything is going to change. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. We start singing, oh, happy days, clapping our fucking hands and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Being in church, I know folks is in church talking about things have changed and look what God have done. God said this is our time. This is the year for overflow and all that bullshit. Well, a story caught my mind, and they're going to pacify Ferguson, Missouri. And the article is called Ferguson Swears in Black Police Chief. Now let's talk about the police chief. Alright, when you look at the police, you see on their cars it's called FOP. Now what's FOP? It's called Fraternity Order Police, or Fraternity Police. Fraternal Order Police. And because it's a fraternity, fraternities are too controlled by the Masonic Order. So if you're going to be the chief of police, you're going to have to be part of the Brotherhood. Because remember, I told you, I taught you in the Boule. In the Boule, the frat clubs, the fraternities, the sororities are all controlled and set up by the Masonic Order. So therefore, the Fraternal Order of Police is also a fraternity that's also set up by the Masonic Order. Just like you have the Blue Lodge, you have the what? Blue Wall of Silence. And so what they're doing is they're sending a pacifier. Instead of getting a woman instead of, like, I'll use this as a scenario. Instead of the woman breastfeeding her child, she stick a pacifier in his mouth. It's a hypocrite, a fraud, a counterfeit. And it starts off saying racial makeup of city police department has been a source of controversy because most officers are white while 2/3 of residents are African American. Isn't that some police controversy? And the thing about it is, we kill each other more than police officers kill us. I want you to let you dumbass black people know that. You know, I hate it in my heart, in my soul, in my spirit. I hate it like crazy whenever we sit up there and complain about the white man police officer shooting us down like dogs in the street, but yet you fucking Crips, you fucking Bloods, you fucking Latin gangs have no problem doing it to each other. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do more because I want to rush this gang series, but you know it's going to take some time because I got to study 4 gangs, and once I get done studying those 4 gangs, then you know I'm going to tell the gang members off. So it started off saying Ferguson, Missouri, the site of violent protests after a white officer shot and killed an unarmed black teenager in 2014. On Monday, swore in an African American police chief who said his focus is on making the community safer. That's a bullshit, bunk, lie, crap. Why? Because just because he's sworn in, he's controlled. Let him get out of line. He won't be police chief no more. They'll frame him. They'll bring frivolous charges, fake ass charges and shit just to get him the fuck out the office. Then it says, not more profitable. Government is not designed to make a profit. And that's the most bullshit thing ever. I mean, have you heard a big farmer say he start off making a fucking dumbass comment? Have you ever heard a big farmer dumbass? Big pharmacy is what? Controls the government. Yeah, they control. Yeah, you ever heard about the banks? So the banks ain't making a profit. Big Pharma ain't making a profit. Kids, you know, when I read this article, man, I just wanted to rip this fucking newspaper because that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. But then again, what can you expect for somebody who is fucking controlled, who's a damn fucking puppet anyway? And then he said Delrish Moss, a 51-year-old veteran of the Miami Police Department, referring to past Justice Department complaints of aggressive ticketing of African American by the police to boost city funds to fine, to boost city funds to fine, to boost city funds to fines, to boost city funds to fines. I'm going to say it again, to boost city funds to fines. I want you to understand something. Every time a cop goes to a court hearing, he gets paid overtime. So it's not only the city funds, it's not only the city getting a whole lot of funds, but money is being added to these policemen too. And it's aggressive traffic ticketing, proving what? I mean, when are you dumbass black people going to wake up to realize it's not equal? Every time something happens, it's letting you know it's not equal. But we always fighting for, we want equality when it's never equal to us. That's why I don't fight it. I don't fight it anymore. I ain't talking about I lay down or anything. I don't fight it as far as getting myself worked up in it because I already know the result. But I fight it anyway. Why I fight it anyway? Because it's time for y'all to study law, so you can at least get the upper hand, get the advantage. And it says Ferguson knows now that is not the way to do things. It was never the fucking way to do things. What do you mean you know now? So you knew before? His swearing in comes less than 3 weeks after a federal judge approved an agreement to reform Ferguson Police Department and municipal law code. The reforms are intended to fix what the Justice Department has called widespread racial bias in the city's police department. Did you not understand what it just said? To fix. So in order to fix something means it was broken. So all them years it was broken. So if it was broken all them years, which means somebody had knowledge it was broken, which means they really didn't give a damn. So if they never gave a damn, then what this guy Delrish Moss coming in, what's he going to do? Said Moss ahead of his installation said his experience in Miami has been a training ground for Ferguson, and his goal is to make the community safer. The Justice Department initiated a civil rights investigation into Ferguson policing after Michael Brown, 18 years old, was shot and killed by a white officer in 2014. I'm going to say something that's going to offend everybody. I'm going to say something that's going to stun everybody. I'm going to say something that people was going to look at me and think that I'm telling a bogus lie, that I'm full of shit. But that Michael Brown thing, when you check it out, his father and his mother were Freemasons themselves. I'm going to repeat that again. His father and his mother was Freemason. His father was a Freemason and his mother was part of the Eastern Stars. And because his father is a Freemason and his mother is part of the Eastern Stars, which is the female Freemason, in order for them to move up in the lodge, in order for them to get what they need, they required a blood sacrifice. Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin's family blood sacrificed them because they're part of that satanic Freemason that deals with homosexuality, lesbianism, eating poop, drinking blood, and blood sacrifice. I want y'all to look into that. There's also videos on YouTube. You know, for instance, when Trayvon Martin was blood sacrificed, his heart went to Dick Cheney. I need you to understand that Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin Zimmerman shit was a fucking hoax, and the Martin's family and Michael Brown's family was used as an instrument by the satanic white elite to promote racial war. And you know who else know? Yeah, this 51-year-old veteran who's now the police chief, he knows too. It says Moss, who in his 32 years in Miami worked patrol undercover as assignments in a homicide investigation, previously said Ferguson Police Department needed a massive recruiting drive to become more reflective of the community. Moss most recently was supervisor of Miami the police department's public information and community relations. He is at least Ferguson's third police chief since Brown's death. Damn. I mean, well, they said three's a crowd or three's company. What the fuck? Ferguson erupted in violent protest after a grand jury chose not to indict the white officer Darren Wilson. And you know, my people, when you want to protest violence, protest against yourself. How can you protest and talk about everybody else when our behaviors are matching theirs? You know, if we're supposed to protest and all about not taking brothers' lives, well, why don't we stop taking each other's lives? And black women, stop taking your own baby's lives. I wanted to read that to let you know that the reason why they put them up in there is just to pacify. That's why a lot of our governors and stuff, and black people and civil rights leaders and stuff like that, is in high places just to pacify us, even though they don't give a shit about us. And before anybody comment and say something stupid, please research what I just said. Please research it. Not only research it, what I want you to also do is study the Masonic order. That's all you have to do. Study that. You know, you can't be chief of police. You can't have any place and position of high power without serving Satan or belong to the Brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And anybody belonging to the Brotherhood, if they fuck up, that's their ass. If you don't believe me, ask Bill Cosby. I might leave him alone, but I gotta see how this trial's going and stuff. But you know, I just wanted to bring that, bring awareness to that anytime you see more of our people getting higher and higher position, you need to start fucking thinking. It ain't time to celebrate. It ain't time to say, oh yes, we overcame. It ain't time for that, because Ferguson's about to have a big letdown. And you know what's going to happen? People's not going to be happy with them. They're going to throw them some crumbs. They're going to fill their bellies. And they're going to think they are at safe. Everything's going to be alright. And once they get comfortable, here comes the hatchet. We need to stop letting black folks who are in high position or high power seats, we need to stop relying on them and stop worshiping them and stop thinking that they're great. Because in order for them to get there, they have already had the assigned agenda of the white elite. And when I'm talking about the white elite, I'm not talking about all you so-called white people. Alright? All you white people, I'm not talking about you, because there's white people who are exposing the white elite themselves. Look up videos of how wicked and crooked that they are. Look up videos. Shoot, I got downloads of white men complaining about the white secret society, skull and bones, bohemian stuff. So I want to bring that to light. Really get your motors running. Start thinking. When they allow black men to take over a leadership position, it's not going to go good. They'll give you the delusion before they snap you into reality. Till then, I'm the raw truth. Let me know how you feel about this. Let's dialogue, share my video. I just want to know. So let me know what you think. Time to wake up, folks. Till then, I'm the raw truth, and peace. There we go.